Hello guys, this is huNter from G2 CS2 team. Today we'll be talking about my lurk role and how to get better playing it. So let's see. So basics how to play lurk, guys. The most important thing is most of the time you're alone on the other part of the map and your guys are working on the other side. Sometimes you'll help, but that's maximum one guy and he will be with you until some point. So you will stay alone most likely later, and depends what your IGL want to do. If he wants you to fake before they execute on the other side, or if he wants you to kind of stay and lurk after they execute and they show themselves on the other side. But yeah, if he doesn't say anything, that's up to you, and you need to play on feelings a lot. So first step is very important, because if you die, that means that they can overrotate on the other side, because everybody from opponents will play on nicknames. And if you die as a last guy on A side, for example, on Inferno, that means that they can have 3 guys on B very soon. And to not die, first step. So about the catching timings that everybody want to know, when is the good time to catch the timing. So it all depends how much map control you have. So for example, I will talk Inferno. If you have mid control, that means that you can be kind of aggressive lurk and take timings long before your guys execute on B, or at the same time when they execute B, or a bit later. It's all depends what you hear, how they rotate, what you hear from your teammates about comms, because you need to really listen to your teammates, what is going on the other side of the map. If you don't have this mid area brackets, that means that you need to be kind of a bit smarter, punish for if they want to push in the back. And then after, if nobody is pushing, that means that you will either help your team and go back and lurk and clutch, or you will just take timing a bit later and help and kill them. And even if they want to save, you are ready to kill them, so you don't let them save and have extra money for the next rounds. How to create space for your team. For example, what you can do, the first thing that is coming up to my mind is, okay, they want to execute B on Inferno, they are all 4 ready, and you want to fake mid take. So what you will need to do, you will need to do kind of utility, like you will take mid and you need to show some util, and that they will think, okay, they are taking mid second step now, they will be more on mid most of the time, but at the same time when I kind of release my molly, my boys are ready to go on B. So that's kind of thing what will draw the attention from the guys on B. If the guys on A will talk, okay, they smoke long, they molly rain, the guys on B will not be that ready on B to receive 4 guys coming immediately after the molly pops, for example, under the roof. So that's kind of one thing, how to create space. You are not taking duels, but you are putting utility to create space for your team. And of course, how to create space if you want to search people, and especially it can be late round, and if you don't have time to rotate and be useful with them and trade on B, that you, for example, it's 25 seconds left and you're already here alone and your guys are ready to go on B, that you kind of try to search and to be a bit faster, so they think you are committing to A with people, with numbers, but you are actually alone. That's more useful than just sit here. For example, 25 seconds, nobody will push in the back, barely, maybe 1 out of 10 times somebody will push. And even if you lurk in the back, your boys need to do a really good job if you want to kind of have a good timing to go in the back and kill them on afterplant, but that's very unlikely. So it's better to die sometimes than to just be a passive lurk and do nothing and bait if you want to win the round. Of course, for your own stats, it's better if you just sit and do nothing, but if you are a team player and if you want to help the team win, that's where you need to search for duels and help the team in that way. Or if you have time to go in the back and be with them, it's better than to just sit and hold the position. Advantage situations, you cannot do that much, but as I said at the first thing, that you need to have really good protocols, because CTs, they want to punish first steps a lot, especially now people are playing aggro. Depends on the team, but most of the teams want to punish first steps. So as I said, you need to have really good protocols in this area, because if OP is holding you here and you don't do anything with your teammate, or even if you're alone, that means that you will die. So you need to be really careful and take this area properly, and as well be aware of picking here, then pushing second mid and things like that. So you need to be ready for everything at the beginning. But people are not doing that much crazy things at the first step on CT side. But yeah, taking gaps properly, that's the first thing, and you can gain advantage if you have good protocols. If you don't have good protocols, you will die. So first step, good protocols, and second step, good protocols, how to take mid. That's really important, especially if you are with your teammates. If you are alone, taking mid, it can be tricky, As obviously, if you have an information that they are 3B and they're fighting for B, yeah, maybe you can take a chance and take it alone. But if you don't have that information, your guys have B banana, then yeah, you need to be a bit careful and take it with your team and not alone. After, it's all dependent, like you cannot just go alone and search here. Of course, you can sometimes if you know op shoot on the other side, if you know op is on B, then you can be a bit ballsy sometimes and try to take some duels here because you know that they don't have op on this part of the map, so you can try to get an entry. About later, it's all about information, what you hear. If you feel like that you can take timing here, you can do it sometimes, but people most of the times expect it and cities are ready for these kind of moves nowadays. And about disadvantage situations, like for example, if you are 4v5, that's still fine for T side, I would say. You just need to do things as a team. People are doing most of the mistakes, and what I was doing when I was younger is like, okay, we are 4v5, I need to do something alone, I need to go and try to find a kill and get 4v4 immediately, but that's a wrong thinking in my opinion, and we didn't have that much success with it. But it's better to just regroup, go together with 4 guys, and do something as a team, because even if you go B with 4, you will have maximum 3 guys, but most of the time 2. You're still in a good situation in my opinion, and if you go, you will have 3 guys, it's a bit harder, but still, it's better than to do things alone and doing things on your own. But as I said, op is really a big factor on city side and on T as well. So if you hear the op on the other side and you feel like you can take some small duels around long and short, that's what you can do sometimes, but in my opinion, you should always try to regroup in 4v5 situations and go with the group. And about 3v5s, 2v5s, I think it's all about face it, honestly. You just play face it, you try to win duels, you play that match, and that's the only way to win the round or save the weapon and have some weapons for the next round if you don't have enough money. How to practice and how to get better being a lurk. So what I do usually is like, even when I play face it, I try to play the positions that I play in my team and try to practice it and to see everything. Of course, face it, people are not doing the same what people are doing on officials and on practice, but still you can be more focused, you can clear angles properly because they will be aggressive in your face, and that's where you can practice your first step, how to take areas the best. And you can play a lot of retakes, I would say, retake servers, because that's, of course, when you're T-side especially, that's where you practice clutches, because as a lurker you are staying in clutches a lot. And I think it can help with your focus, because on retake servers everything is really fast and crazy. So you can try to practice some positions, some angles, like try to get experience in some positions. And I think retake servers are not bad at all if you want to get better being a lurk and practice clutches. And yeah, of course, when you play practice with your team, you just do things that you do usually on officials, and you try to put yourself into situations where you will beat most of the times in officials. It's not the same, because officials you have a lot of pressure, sometimes not that much, sometimes you have a lot, especially when you play in front of the crowd. So you will not have that much balls to go for the moves like you do on practice, where you can even lose the round. But that's wrong thinking, so you need to do on practice what you would do on official, and just try to practice as much as you can to get in the same situations where you get in officials. And one more thing, of course, you need to watch a lot of games, demos, first of all yours, and how to get better after you finish the game. Even rewatching practices is as well really good, and you can see when you should react, when you could get the timing and things like that. So rewatching is really important, yourself and other lurkers that are playing the same role as you. So in my situation, for example, Robs from FaZe, and there is a lot of good players where you can learn from them how to clear angles, how to play those positions. And if you play against him, you already watch him, so you can expect some things from him. So yeah, guys, that will be it from me today. I hope you like my tips and tricks for lurk role, and if you liked it, just put some comment, subscribe or follow G2CS channel, and if you want more from me, you can always ask. Thank you.